want to talk. Oh my God, this shit is.
What are you doing?
What is this doing?
Okay.
Oh my God, there we go.
His stuff just messed up.
There we go.
This dude.
Keep this whole thing in, bro. Keep all of it.
He said keep all of it.
Who just got a message?
Big booty bitches.
It don't matter. All right, let's go. All right, this is Special Nerds going on. We're gonna talk about Lovecraft since it's coming to an end. We got Lee the Poet and Shogun Lew. Let's get into it. What's your guys' overall thoughts about it?
You want to go first, Type?
Overall thoughts on Lovecraft. Viewers' discretion advised. Some spoilers may be said.
Spoiler alert! All that.
Fucking amazing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know if HBO necessarily was gonna have a very impactful sci-fi futuristic kind of show.
With no base. With no base either. Like this is written from scratch.
They did throw hard with Lovecraft Country, and I will give very high honorable notion to Raised by Wolves. Amazing too.
I gotta find a way to watch that. I gotta find a way to watch that.
It's really good. You'll love it. But
I watched the first episode. I did like it. I watched the first episode.
I just think it may, honestly, if you're into psychological thrillers with historical context, probably the best show HBO's had on in quite a while. And to mind you, they've had Ballers and a bunch of other things like that. I think they had Entourage at one point. I don't know for sure. And don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But like they have show hitters.
Yeah.
But Lovecraft Country, especially as a person of color, was amazing. Like it was historical facts to the T. You learned about things. You got to put connections together that you learned throughout history, learning and growing. Like it was amazing to me. It was just amazing. But like, I guess I'm the biased opinion in this.
When the show's made for you, it's different. It's like we're kind of their demographic, so like it makes sense. So I guess I'll go next. I very much enjoyed the show. But I'm gonna tell you what messed me up just because as a longtime fan of like shows, sci-fi, things like this, I'm more excited at what they planted the seeds of that we can get in the future. Y'all dig what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
Because like number one, when you start realizing, because they showed you, then they didn't show it no more. That little girl, George's daughter, forgot her name.
D.
Thank you. When you saw the map where she was drawing stuff, you were like, wait, didn't that actually happen there? Isn't that a thing? Like, was she baby predicting the future? And I feel like they let you see that. Then they just went, all right, we're going.
Well, you got to remember, spoiler alert, although she is George's child, and also is Tick is George's child.
Yep.
So I honestly believe she has some spiritual connection, especially after she got that curse put upon her.
Oh, absolutely. And
now her mom, Hippolyta, is like this futuristic Afro goddess.
Yeah, she's like a future super warrior.
Well, that was before, but the map stuff she was getting from the books.
Yes, I'm saying the map, she was doing that on her own, and we didn't really get. But I'm gonna tell you what else. Like I said, my whole thing was the stuff in the future. When you look at the storyline with his Asian girlfriend from Korea and everything, I don't think people really understand what they did with that. First, they showed us a bunch of Lovecraftian type whatever. Then they said, now this is a creature / magic / being from a whole different set of mythology. We're gonna show y'all this real quick. Remember this. So then you think to yourself, depending on where they take the show, you're talking about we could bring mythology from everywhere. This show could go deep, like the way they did God of War. Like, oh, this is dope. Now look over here what we got, and then just break.
Because the way I understand the context of the situation is there was 32 lodges or 52, don't quote me on the number,
Yeah, there's
in
not more than one
America.
lodge too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lodges in America.
America, bruh,
So, with
they
that
planted a
being
lot of
said,
seeds.
different lodges still have magical items of powerful note. All
They
they
can't use
did
it
was
right now.
shut down magic for whites in America, I do believe.
No, just white people, period.
Bible period. Bible period.
But because they were able to do that because he's got the bloodline from the founding member, so he's the most powerful. That's why.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, he's
But
he's
I'm gonna
he's the he's the bloodline of everyone.
yes. But that's once again, remember what I said before about planting seeds, right? White people can't use magic, right? Right?
Yeah,
What
be there.
percentage? Hold on. What percent? What percentage?
What
Yeah.
percent of what? Of
No,
magic?
no. Think about this for a second, because just like slavery, house, field, whatever, whatever.
I mean, just like Tick's mom was a slave that was
No, no,
raped
no,
by
no.
the
That
master.
was
But what percentage of white can't use it? See, that's a whole nother dynamic.
He said all white people.
Okay, Griff. Tick has
Three-fifths rule.
No, I'm saying no, but say they didn't establish that. So, for example, could Drake use magic?
I assume, yeah, nigga, he got black and when they said white people, I assume they meant fully.
No. I know, no. But look, get what I'm saying. We all went to college, right? And you know how some people you kicked it with, or you might have seen around, didn't hang with us,
Yeah.
and they were biracial, whatever it could be. They hung with them. What if someone who's biracial becomes like, let's say, the antagonist because they'll support the
Yeah,
lodges, the white people?
That's very possible.
That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is the seeds they drop, that storyline can go a million different ways for like a million seasons, and it wouldn't get stupid. Because now you're talking about the mythology from probably all over the world. The racial aspect can come back into it. So basically, a person that's like multiracial that identifies with that side could easily be like, "Oh, we're gonna do the spell to bring y'all back," and it wouldn't be an ass pull. It would be like, "Damn, actually, that kind of makes sense." So all I'm saying is, I love the seeds.
Whoa! You got to remember, they can still do resurrection spells, so you can still bring the founding member back. A Titus of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember them bringing him back to kill him?
Yeah, they resurrected him to kill him and take his flesh.
Yeah.
So they could eat it to power the spell because they needed the channel, the compound.
Yeah, but that's hard. Like I said, it took his dead great grandmother like 100 years to figure out that spell to bring him back.
Yeah, it took some effort. But once again, like I said, the seeds I got planted. He's the founding member of the lodge, right? That guy they brought back.
Yeah.
That's only a few hundred years ago. Magic in that world probably been in existence at the beginning of time. So lodge founder is great, but he had to get it from someone else.
Well, that's what they were saying. The parents, she was like, "You stole it from us." That's why they were trying to take it back because they're saying white people stole it from us. They're borrowing it from that's why they.
Was it, or was it? It was a gift.
See, I didn't know it was
for
like
all, that. And we're taking it and using it for us.
Yeah, I didn't get. Yeah, I didn't get that.
You had it this whole time.
Like you've been controlling it, but they stole it. But are you saying the insinuation they stole it from Africa, stole it from blacks?
Yeah, well, at least his family whatever magic books or whatever he had. That's what they're leading to.
Because I didn't catch that point out. That part's in there. Then that like I said, that changes what you can do with it. But if that's not the case,
I think she might have been talking specifically like their family magic.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, okay, not all the different factions and stuff like that. Because I think his faction started the American or whatever.
Yeah,
like all the ones around the world. I think that might be just separate families.
Because I imagine there was more than just one Titus, or Titus was the founder, like you said, of America.
Yeah,
the world.
It's just like if you ever watched the old Planet of the Apes movies, and apes go, "We've been the dominating species," and then they showed like a human doll from like 200 years ago that could speak, and you realize, wait, you've only been in charge of 200 years. This planet's millions of years old. You're not the original. So, like I said, they could take this a lot of different ways. Also, Hippolyta's journey through space and time made me think to myself, now it might be cheap, but because I like Tick, I don't care. Because she did access the multiverse, I'm not saying it's a great idea, but I also kind of like it because I like Tick. We could get Tick from another universe.
I don't know, because she didn't bring her husband back. Because I would have thought she would have brought him back. She didn't. I don't think she could. I think she could.
No.
So,
That's different. I don't think she knew how. That might be different. Maybe she didn't know how. Because remember, when she came back, she brought nothing with her.
you know what? Never mind. I'll take it back. Because it seemed like she took him when she went exploring in space and they were in astronauts.
At one point, yes.
Yeah, she did take him with her. But like when she went back home, I was like, I'm surprised she didn't take him. But
well, I think for her,
invitation or something.
but for her reality, it might be different for her reality. Like I said, I don't think she knew how to do it because when she went to that reality, wasn't he there where she went and they traveled? Like he was there.
Remember, in space at the time, so it's like.
But he wasn't at the African warrior place. Like I'm saying, he wasn't everywhere.
Oh, that was before. Remember, she went.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Before, then she went back. She was like, "I'll be his wife." Whatever she named herself, and then they went on that journey. Then she was like, "Be the mother." She just left that nigga out in space.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and maybe she didn't know how to bring him to where she was because she had to name herself, and probably naming herself had to bring back to a specific reality, like in real time. It probably couldn't be like I named myself.
I feel like there could have been a way around that, but
I mean, but think about it, you couldn't go. I named
that you dead, nigga. Bye.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think you could do it where I can't go. I named myself Lee with a six pack, and I can fly. I'm 6 inches taller. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you could come back to where you're from with changes. I don't know because the blue hair only came because she was the power for too long. I don't know if she could take anything with her once she named herself where she came from. Look, I don't know the rules of magic.
Two electronic crystals in her arm and the knowledge of the universe.
Right.
I take back what I said. She did have that.
Yeah, she did build the whole.
She built her arm, electronical animated arm.
She's an actual cyborg.
Yes.
Yeah.
With magic now, with the ability with magic and technology.
I take back what I said. You're right. But then, why would she bring her husband back?
Yeah, oh no, it was kind of.
I would think she would. Not you mentioned.
I think because her husband still didn't define who she was. When you remember, she had the flashback where she was with him, and she was like, "I spoiled your dreams. I wasn't who defined you."
So I know I didn't like that little part where they try to make him admit, "Oh yeah, I diminished you too." And I'm like, I didn't like that part. I thought that was a little forced. That's just me. I thought that was a little forced.
I think that was realization because like he knew how smart she was, and then he was like, "All right, just be my sidekick, do my maths." Well,
I don't know if he necessarily called it a sidekick in the sense of the whole point of not taking her was because of the safety, which he ended up dying. So he actually was kind of right.
That's why he just said it. He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I think I did do that subconsciously." It's like so I put my shit over yours because, like I said, apparently she's like, what's that one movie? With the ladies who are working for NASA.
Hidden Figures.
She's super smart.
Yeah, she was like one of the human computers. Like she can do math in her head.
Yeah, she found her own star.
Yeah.
She was waddling. Yeah, she's wild. She was waddling. But my thing is, for what he was doing, was that necessarily like was that really what would have fit her? And really wasn't more of the time.
It wasn't about like, but he was. That's what I'm saying. She gave all up whatever. She went from like discovering stars, wanting to do all that, to just being, supporting his road trips.
Yeah. Which actually was beautiful because when I realized what they were alluding to in the first episode, I said, "Oh, they're playing. He's the guy that wrote that book." I didn't realize at first.
She did all the map shit, like geography, like she planned all his trips.
Yeah.
All right, you can save time on miles and stuff like.
That's what I'm saying. So she was helping with her intelligence. So when they had him say, "Oh, I subconsciously was diminished," I was like, I didn't like him being dead, and then you making him look like he could be like a little bad. George was a very redeeming, positive character. I guess he was so idealistic to me. I didn't want that for him. That's just me though.
So
I like him, dog. He was a good ninja. No, he's a good ninja. Dog. I like him.
That side, baby. He can tell her though.
Wait, what you? Oh yeah, unless she knew.
Well, they didn't know.
Yeah, we did.
She knew.
Yeah, we did. She was putting that stuff together, the similarities.
I feel like she.
That's why she would start feeling the way about Tick. She started putting stuff together. It was like, wow.
The Tick, that was crazy, but it was almost one of the things was kind of like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was like, this makes sense. I get it. Like, okay. But they did that. I've seen that in movies and TV shows before. Like if you watch what's the joint, the Bernie Mac show, and they show Bernie Mac at his uncle's funeral, and then Bernie Mac gets a copy of his birth certificate, and apparently where his father's name should be, it's his uncle's name.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, no wonder he loved you so much and gave you. I was like, oh, see, okay. Like I said, I've seen that before, so I wasn't really. It was cool, but I wasn't like, oh my god, that's so amazing. No, it makes sense.
He said, "Nah, it makes sense."
No, it did. Like it makes sense. I was like, okay, I get it.
Thing I was more wanting them to get into the first episode when he's like on over in Korea and the war and stuff like that, and they're straight up like aliens
That was crazy. Yeah, that was wild.
and all that stuff. Then he just wakes up. I was like, like
Sucker punch much?
right.
Very
Like,
sucker punches.
it could be like a different scene. Like I don't know if they don't necessarily I guess have to keep following this family because it seems like that story's over with, and they can just keep going around the world and just different stories like.
Nah, but you still need Tick.
Well, I kind of no, but I thought the little girl. I thought they were going to maybe start following the little girl next. That's kind of where I thought they were going to go with it.
Or the baby, or like the growth of the baby.
Oh yeah, he wrote the book. He wrote the book in
in
the future. Yeah, he wrote that book in the future. So,
Yeah.
And the baby has powers already.
How you know?
Because it was like, you remember that child protected you.
oh, the invulnerability joint. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, like we were saying, it wasn't that part that said this child protect you. Like when they went back in town to save D or whatever, they were like that child willed you there. So yeah, it does have it's something about that bloodline.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because the daughter, I think, might have some kind of foresight. They baby got something. Tick. If Tick had a power, what would it be if Tick had anything?
He just has probably a more connection with magic because of his bloodline or something. But I think anybody has the power to wield it.
I was just saying, like, there's more of a what's the word? Yeah, like, because he got stuff. It seemed like from jump, they'd be like, here's this. Oh, okay, I got it. Like, he got it pretty quick, so I can see that.
I think that and the fact he was an intelligent dude and reading and stuff like that, he was already
Like, he had like his
from early age, he was
connection.
always reading books.
reading books and those adventures and always into like sci-fi and stuff like that. His uncle got him into that.
I'll
So
freeze again.
You mean his daddy got him into that?
true.
I think I'm sure.
But same thing with D. D was always into that. That's why her imagination ran like that. I don't know how much magic she would have because she's technically not in that bloodline.
Who's signing in right now? Is that Nick?
Yeah, who is this nigga?
This Nick.
Go.
Yo, 3 hours behind. I thought my 8:30.
Yeah, I thought it meant midnight. Looking.
I hate you.
Y'all know I work 6 to 6. Chill.
We don't know your schedule. You ain't say nothing.
I got the same schedule for 5 weeks.
Nigga, we don't know what you be doing.
Not a long time. Man.
You just let us sit there with the 8 o'clock. You was like, hey, we're gonna meet tomorrow. You ain't say nah, push it back.
Didn't say nothing.
My bad. Shit.
Hey, listen, man.
But no, we're
You see my setup, Nick? You see my setup, Nick?
Yeah, I see it. I like it. I respect it.
My guy.
it has nothing to do with what we're here talking. That's the problem. You're always on some other shit.
Listen, fly eagles fly, man. That's all I can say. Go ahead, dog.
But anyway, so Nick, what was your summary about Lovecraft? What you think?
About Lovecraft?
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty dope. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know about anything about the show when I started watching it. So the very first episode caught me off guard. I thought it was going to be like a little bit more historical. And then these monsters start coming up out the ground and slaughtering these racist cops. And I was low-key like, yeah, that's what y'all get. But no, it was good. It was good. I'll definitely be watching season 2.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I do want to say, bruh, some of the historical stuff had me in my feelings. Like,
Bruh.
I had my feelings, bro. When they first showed the guy dressed like Emmett, like,
Yeah.
over Fun Time Mississippi? No, I was like, because at first I said, wait, I was like, why that shirt and tie look familiar? You look at something, you're like, wait.
Yeah.
And then someone said something about it online. I said, "Oh, that's a cool little throwback." I mean, it's sad. I didn't think they were going to bring it full circle like they did. I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, it was a friend.
They brought it all the way. Yeah, it was her friend.
You didn't hear
And
about
then
the whole like circle, and they call him Emmett and all that stuff, and they're in Chicago. He's from Chicago.
no, they was when they visited. Let's say because
That's where the uncle and the father. That's where they lived. He remember he came back or
Yeah.
to Chicago.
Because Tick and them lived in was it Harlem? Where was it at? It was New York.
No, they lived in Chicago, bro. South side.
Everybody lives in Chicago.
He was
They split time between Chicago, I think Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Kentucky.
That's where he would go and do his maps and stuff, but they were in Chicago.
Oh, I'm sorry. New York is where they went. They went to the north for Artem. I'm tripping right now so hard. Because Artem was like near New York somewhere. Oh shit! Was it near? You know, it don't matter.
I think everything's pretty much south.
No, I'm talking about when they went to Artem. I thought Artem was up north.
No, they went to the Midwest for Artem. Like I said, I think it's Pennsylvania or Ohio.
Yeah.
I had to go through Kentucky.
I want to say Pennsylvania for Artem. I feel like it was somewhere north. I'm tripping. It wasn't New York. You're right. It was Chicago. And like I said, I didn't know that. And then when they went to Tulsa, because they don't. The Emmett thing, you kind of get a little hint, but I think they were going to go back to Tulsa, like all the way back.
All the way back.
Yeah. But remember, I was saying his dad and stuff grew up during that.
And they survived it. I was like, man, that must have been crazy. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, we're going there now. Oh.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a dope indicator that, y'all forget, this has happened in America. Because people don't really talk about that. As a historical event in America, it's more of like a black, this is what you know as a black person.
Like, and the crazy part is the Tulsa thing happened in Philly in like what, the 80s? And people don't know.
There was a few of them. Tulsa, it was Kansas City. There was another one too. But the thing with Tulsa and the Kansas City was it's like, if you watch the end of it, when she's walking out, you hear the airplanes, they firebomb.
Yeah. Yeah. The local Air something, Air Force, National Guard. Yeah. Somebody like participated in it. It was that joint was sad, and like it was good to see on film, not a documentary. Not a documentary. It was good to see that portrayed. It was sad and hard to watch, but it was good to see it portrayed.
Really, the details they had in the Emmett Till thing was crazy. Like how long the line was.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I read about that in school.
But the fact that it was a hot day, you got to think this is back what? Was it 50s or something? 60s?
Long time ago. Yeah.
I think it was 50s, 60s, yeah.
Yeah, so that time, refrigeration, there was like,
and she said,
it wasn't even in the building. It's like, you smell that?
Yeah, you smell it from outside, like down the street. Because she said, the mother was like, you open this casket so they see what they did to my son.
Right.
Bruh, I've seen those images. The last time I purposely looked at those images was I was in school and it was in a book. And I was like, I'm not going to ever probably look at this again. It's hard to look at.
And here's my question for you guys. How did y'all feel when she died the same way after, what's her sister's name? Letty's sister's name?
Ruby.
What was it?
Bruh.
He said, you didn't see that boy. You didn't know how he died. A child to experience something like that, let alone a human. And then she went and did it herself to try out the potion, the resurrection potion.
No, I remember that because she told the two men to kill her by the wharf.
Tied her up with the barbed wire, strangled by her neck, beat her, shot her, threw her in the water.
Oh, yeah.
She did it to do the resurrection spell.
I honestly thought that after she did that, they were gonna make her like less evil and like make her more.
No.
But then when she killed what's her face? Then when she killed the sister, I said, "Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. She don't care." Okay.
Her character was interesting.
She was a good cast because she looked crazy. Every episode, I felt like her eye was just like this. Like she was like this every episode. Just stoic, like it's not personal. I gotta kill you to be immortal. It's like
her character is interesting because it was like she's not even though it's like, all right, even though you might not be racist, you're not really with all the old school, whatever, you feel like you're shun yourself because you're a woman and having to deal with men and them not letting you into magic and stuff like that. But even though
But at the
it's
same
like
time,
you still don't for black
Nick made
people.
that valid point at the beginning of the season where she was like, "You were born into this, and you don't even want it." And he said, "And you got this, and I didn't even want this."
It's an interesting thing to see different perspectives. The perspectives are very different. It's kind of like when you watch movies and they'll have like the poor handmaiden person talking to like the princess who feels like she's in a gilded cage. Each thinks the other is more free, but each person thinks they have it worse. And it's just interesting to see people's, I don't know, viewpoint when they
Between
talk
her
about it.
and Tick.
Was it her and Tick? Yeah, like they had a conversation like right at the beginning. Now the fact that she fused,
It's not different perspective, nigga. Tick did have it worse.
no, he actually did. Yeah,
He
no, I know.
had it worse.
I agree. No, I agree.
Something like,
No, I agree.
he's
I agree
like,
with
oh,
you.
you're
He had it
born
worse.
into. He's like, I'm still black, and even if I have this right, it's like they still don't accept me.
Yeah, like they'll use me. They won't be
Yeah.
like, you're a full member.
No,
You're
let's look at it
basic.
like this. It's like, Heifer, you're trying to kill me for immortality. It's like, you're not trying to work with me for real. It's like, you're trying to use my blood.
Basically, they're both on the outside for different reasons. You go, oh, you're our daughter, so we'll protect you, let you use our money and stuff. Him, it's like, you can come into the front of, basically the front of the door so we can use you. You can't come over here and sit with us. You can be here, but only if we can use you. Cool. All right, get out.
Yeah, it's like
Your dad wasn't
like
even.
that
He was like, "These others are like alkalites, but I've been a practitioner. I don't give a who you are."
even them got still more, rights than Tick though. But it's like that Bill Burr monologue and stuff. He's like, white women, you've been rolling around in this blood money with us the whole time, and now you want to feel a certain type of way. Because he's like, well, you're here with us, but you're not here with us. It's like you still.
It's like, yeah, basically, it's like if I'm looking at a castle, you're in the castle, but on the second floor, not the first floor, but you're in the
You
castle.
don't just sit in the big chair. You still gotta stand up.
Yeah, like you. It's like you, like you still like when they win, you still benefit less, but you still benefit. We might have to cut this whole section out.
No, nigga, why?
Hey, I'm starting to. Because there's things I want to say.
Touchy.
Yeah, because there's things I want to
subjects.
say that I know people will not like.
That's what the show was. It really was like. It's like, and that's what her rooting. That's why I was like, man, I was trying to root for certain people. Like after a certain while, I was like, you kind of see everybody's kind of trash on the show.
Yeah. Also, can I say this? If Tick made this face one more time.
Dog. He was supposed to be here. I was like, man, you make the worst decision.
What's that dude on YouTube and Facebook? He makes the ugly face when he cried. That one black guy on YouTube. I'm like, Tick, I got it the first half of the show. Don't do stink face no more. Do different face.
He had so much.
Bro, his bitter beer face is legendary.
Because at first I'm like, oh, I'm sad. My G, he's sad. Then it was like, I stop, bro. Stop.
Like,
Also, I've never seen Omar from The Wire get whooped in no movie, so it was weird. I've never seen him get whooped in a movie, so it was weird for me. He's always like a straight
you gotta
G.
watch his repertoire.
He's a good actor. I'm getting twisted. He's a great actor, but I always feel like I always see him being like a straight G about his. So when I saw him like kind of like
but
down.
he always plays the gay actor. He always gets casted that way. Like
He does get typed.
You played that.
Was it just these two? Just these two?
No, this might be third.
no,
Because of
he was in Moonlight.
that was Mahershala Ali, dog. Racist.
Oh my god!
Look, I stopped. I'm like, wait. I don't think it.
That's true. That's true. It just dawned on me after I said it. I was like, no, that's Mahershala Ali. God damn it!
One does not have a giant scar across.
No, there's a buddy movie, something in Hobbs or something like that.
Yeah,
Two country dudes. He's gay in that. But other like Boardwalk and stuff, he was straight. He had a whole family, and it's a lot of.
His range is amazing. Like,
yeah.
He's a great actor. Seriously. Oh, when he
crazy. He can go from giving to take.
Mahershala, his character wasn't even gay. He had a whole chick. He had Janelle Monáe as his chick. He just got killed in the streets.
But bro, when Omar from The Wire, I gotta remember his actual name. When he slit girl dude's neck, I was like, oh no.
Honestly, I thought he was gonna get with girl dude. I was like, oh,
that's what I thought. I was like, he's like, I thought he was gonna be like close enough, but then it was like I was like, oh, I didn't think like I knew he didn't want him to go down the magic path, but he just murked and then hit the body. It's not that he just murked her. Where did the body go?
You're not supposed to know that. Why you gonna snitch?
Bro, that makes you think like, bro, what he been into, bro? Because he had a body that never got found. So I'm like, bro, you know some stuff.
I don't think. First of all, they weren't even looking for them until they had like whole old buildings. They were all they did was
And I bet no one's
the board.
Yeah, he was like, you're over here. All right, no one's gonna come over here. Bye.
Okay, can we just talk about the fact that they hop on the elevator, go downstairs, and walk 100 yards are in Washington D.C.
I ain't gonna lie, I was a little confused. I'm like, did magic just do something?
Yeah,
did
so
magic
just
that was that same elevator.
tunnel for wherever they wanted to pop out at.
That was a montage, my guy. That was montage. Because remember, they went down to the basement. They were retracing stuff. They messed up first. They were getting they were just picking up trinkets and
Griff.
what's it called?
Oh, Griff. I'm gonna tell you why. This is why you're confusing me. Because remember, they were gone for a certain amount of days.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's underground or above ground. You're not walking from Chicago to DC, my nigga.
they didn't walk. They just showed them in the building. They didn't show them driving. It's a montage, my dude.
No, we're talking about when they went down and
Yeah.
in another city.
Bro, when they went to
No, it was a different elevator. They went to the
you
museum.
go get Titus's pages, they went underneath the museum. These niggas walked right back out into the crib and they was like, how the did you get back? But we're still over here.
Because they left the family in Washington at the museum.
Yeah, them niggas was already back there. It's like, how'd y'all get back here?
It's a montage. They didn't go show 5 more. It's the finale.
No, we're talking about before.
No, not the
this was
finale.
during,
Like
like,
episode
episode
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 or 5.
You talking about when they had the Two-Spirited?
The
They brought it back?
bro, because that's the same passageway from where the dead black people and the Tuskegee experiments were. They still had that same root connection too. That was like an underground teleporting source where they could just go anywhere that magic had been attuned to.
You just answered your own question. About teleporting.
Hey man, because magic, bro. Because magic.
Yeah, you just answered your own question. You said teleport.
The reason is because magic.
Sure.
This nigga said it was a 5-episode montage. They're gonna show them walking. That's a lot of walking.
I said, okay, so they had a car. Remember they got into it? His daddy, that other side dude working in the museum.
His car.
The car was not underground. No.
No, I ain't saying it was underground. They just put on the elevator. Y'all listening, like when they left the crib, they went up the elevator. They went messing with the ghost that the white dude was torturing people. Then they showed to the old elevator where they found that Two-Spirit with the water and stuff. Like, remember they went down there and they went back to the old boat and stuff like that. They got something there. Then they went.
Side note, I was a little confused. Someone put this up for me. The Native Americans, were they supposed to be just experiments, or did they take magic from the Native Americans?
They took magic from them too. That's why they said it was stolen. They used to steal it from other cultures.
They stole it from other cultures and their aspect of the magic.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Oh, you hoarded.
Yeah, the Two-Spirited was telling them, it was like, remember they forced me to teach, then I didn't teach them, then they said they keep my family captive, and then they end up anyway.
Yeah, but they were like kind of alive, kind of.
Yeah, they cursed them. So they cursed
them. That was wild.
It touched on a lot of stuff, like I said, all that information on that. It's crazy a lot of details they brought up.
I'm still tripping on the fact that Omar,
they were gender inclusive on everything, like your trans, your just gay community. I guess you would just say your gay community.
Well, that was kind of the point. Like when
you a whole black club in Chicago.
They did interracial.
Well, I think that's one of the point of shows like this. It's like the point. I've tried to talk to a lot of people. What happened is they did this the right way. You write a quality show. You want to get diversity, that's fine, but make the show good first. And they did. So when you add the diversity, it didn't seem like force. Like, this person's this. Yeah, it made sense. It wasn't like, hey, this person's really this, even though we showed no sign of it for the whole season. You'd be like, All right.
Yeah,
No, this actually makes sense. It was way more natural and organic.
because it was like, all right, the sister going through her thing with like trying to get a job with the white people and trying to fit in and all this other stuff. And then, of course, when she got the opportunity to be a white lady, she wanted to do it. And
She wanted to take a hill up a white man's ass.
Right.
And I wasn't expecting that. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that was extra. I thought
Yeah,
she
it was a
straight up
little
kill
too
him.
much, but
He just kind of lay there and took it. Like he was hurting, but I'm like, if you don't roll over.
I mean, wasn't he kind
Yeah.
of all side?
I don't, but yeah, my G,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll over, but I'm not. No. Like when you watch it again, you'll be like, nah, he wasn't like completely incapacitated. I'm like,
Nah,
G,
I ain't got to watch it.
I'm not going to. I'm just saying if you want.
Nah. Because like after the first one, I was like, yeah, your leg should have spasmed and round kicked her out of just pure pain or something. Like
Yeah,
No,
it's
she
like
heard that first hill all the way in that nigga's ass.
right.
it's so wild, bro. That show is not for children at all.
As her flesh
for
is
grown-ups.
disintegrating from her body onto him, just like in a heat.
Hey, them transformations were creepy. I was like, ugh. Oh,
Yeah,
God,
that's a lot just to be for they like all that blood and I was like, that's
yeah, I don't think them transformations was worth it.
nah, not at all.
Hey, but
bro.
he said, she said, the more you do it, the less it burdens you.
Well, that's just because you're used to it after a while.
I mean,
That's what she was saying.
you
But
used
she,
to.
but she still didn't give she never gave Ruby like the real good formula, like her perfected formula, because she would be that will do all day.
Bro, yeah,
But she consistently kept taking the potion. You just got to keep consistently taking the potion.
Nah, I think she just didn't give her a full member. She said yours is limited or whatever like that. She had a way better version.
But hold on, no, probably also too because Ruby wasn't no magic user like that. She was. That might have been the difference though.
I don't know. I think it was just the formula. That's what she was saying. The stuff she did.
So, but Ruby, the big sister, she is dead, right? Like the way she described it, it was like so she is dead. Yeah.
She said
but but it happened like off screen, so I thought maybe we'll see her again.
Oh yeah, she is dead because remember they showed her laid up like the other dead when she used their blood.
They
make
did.
the formula.
Yeah, they
but
did.
like I
right.
said, she was her for over a day because remember they did a road trip and then so
yeah, because she said you almost had me feeling like a family.
Right.
You showed me for once what it actually feels like to have a family.
And the sister was like, yeah, thanks for agreeing to help us in the graveyard. Oh, no problem. She was like, damn, that's not Ruby. Because Ruby fought that. So it was like, ooh. What's that Smollet's first name? What's her name? I cannot remember her name. Journey?
Yeah.
Thank you. I always forget her name. I've seen her so much stuff, I be forgetting her name.
Yeah. For years she was just Eve's Bayou.
Nah, yeah, I called it Eve's Bayou for you.
Yeah, for years that was just her name, Eve's Bayou.
Oh, that's Eve's Bayou right there. That was another shit that was kind of freaky. That movie.
People just be labeling you, whatever.
Like I said, Omar from The Wire. I've been calling him since I watched The Wire, way back in the day.
Michael something.
Omar from The Wire. Omar coming.
Right.
Right. He was scary.
So, but is this supposed to be a one-off or do they plan?
I hope not. Because there's so much they can do with it. They can do so much with it, though. They left a lot of stuff on the table.
Like she ends off with, you still don't get it. And crushes her throat.
Also, when the daughter, the little girl that was cursed, when she took over the black monster, I was like,
yeah, to protect their family now. It's no longer protecting white people ever since they moved over to see how he was petting it and stuff like that.
I like that. That was dope.
Ever since they got the protection, it's like, okay, it belongs to us.
Plus, my thing is, like we talked about earlier with the seeds being planted, I feel like there's almost no way that's all that's left of their family. Like there's no way that's it. Like there's no way. Like there's no way it's not a cousin, uncle out here somewhere in these streets.
Oh, remember? Because she was saying, she was like, I don't want to kill my last cousin. Like that's my last relative.
My last relative of her.
She did say that.
Yeah.
Because she was really trying to figure out a way to not kill him and use the resurrection spell.
That's why she was a good villain.
She just I didn't want to do it for nothing.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, she was that's why she was a good villain because she wasn't like it wasn't out of what's the word I want to say? It wasn't malice. It was like, look, I need this, so you got to go so I can get what I need.
But
Like,
like for
But
what?
that's the fallacy to it is that a white woman was willing to kill
Yeah,
for her own selfish needs to be her counterpart.
yeah,
because of what she felt was owed to her
yeah.
about
To prove
what's on
something
her
that
side.
She deserved.
right.
Oh, you're saying
She felt entitled. It's like for once I'm gonna get what the white guys got because they wouldn't let me.
but I'm gonna use people less fortunate than me to get
Right.
up. Ooh. Message. Message. Oh, this is see. I'll try not to go here today, but it's so blatant in this show. I can't not discuss it. Ah, there's so much of that in this show. God, there's a lot.
Yeah,
But it's written that way. Like I said, it's written to be. It's like it's literally a great show written to be controversial to make you think.
What if you could go anywhere in the world?
The hell was that?
yeah.
My bad.
Hey man.
I didn't know what. Hey, I was like, hey, that's a woman's voice. That sounded all right.
Yeah.
Porno about to go off.
Nick, where? Never mind. Let me. Nah, we're
So-
recording.
If they were out to come out with a season 2, who would y'all want it to focus on?
I would like to see if it's me. Focus on the cursed. Well, is she still cursed? No, she's not cursed anymore, is she?
Nah,
The daughter.
gone.
I would like it to be her mentoring the son, the unborn son. Well, be like he be
cousin.
born. Yeah, her mentoring the cousin and them like kind of going on their adventure. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, the kid's gonna be mentored by the Foxtail Spirit because the Foxtail Spirit just completed her final destiny by joining the darkness, and she was like, "Once you
She had to
join,
kill.
you
She
will
had to
start
kill,
your
didn't
journey.
she?
You're not even started your journey until you have joined the darkness."
So his son is gonna be raised by his former side chick. I don't.
Well,
That was
I mean,
almost
she
his
knows
baby mama.
magic. Like that's
That
a
was
different
almost
type.
his baby mama.
Yeah, but she don't know magic like the magic they come from and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
But
that's just natural monster powers.
So the baby's gonna
Right,
end up
but
being like.
child will be able to learn any type of magic.
She
So
don't
the
know
baby's-
magic. She had to go to the spirit lady to know about her tales. All she wanted to
Yeah,
she's succubus, basically.
also told her you will learn more and you will begin your journey.
Yeah,
Once-
it was succubus.
He did say yeah. So basically,
She's not a witch.
so the baby gonna be on the baby gonna be on Ichigo. Just learn everybody's powers. Just
Oh God!
everybody. Who are you? I am a Saiyan Kryptonian Green Lantern user, Batman Smart, Mr. Terrific / Hollow. I'm all of that. I can do anything. Plot armor.
I was gonna say they still got the book, like so.
They do have the. That's right. They have the book.
His mom still his mom was still at the book, so apparently she was reading stuff on her own. So I figured they would just learn magic themselves.
What they made into a series where basically they use magic to try to like bring equality to the world, but then like because of the price it pays, it takes a toll on the family. There's a lot. Like I said, you could take this a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways you could take this show.
Technically, they all have magic now because they have the books.
Yeah, because anyone can use it if they know.
Selfish, greedy need and rock out.
Yeah, then there's that. Like use it, but then like not get greedy. Like the lodge, they were all greedy. So it's like, can you do the same thing without letting it corrupt you?
I wonder if they'll go into actually like, since we know it's like everything else in the world, like other cultures, other mythologies are real, like the Korean stuff like that. So I wonder if they'll go another place and start running into other things from other places,
I think that'd be so dope. That'd
witches and
be
tribes.
so dope. They have to up the budget for the show though, because that gonna be some real CG action.
But it's HBO. HBO keeps
They got money. They got money.
We had the best like human transfiguration ever.
yeah,
Oh, that's
peeling your whole face off in the blood, like slowly coming off. Like, wow. First
Hey,
of
brother.
all, that's what messed me up. I was like, why they still smashing during this? This would kill everything.
Bro, they were smashing with the bodies and the shit was falling off. I was like, I don't know how.
Nah,
Like my
can't
mind
get
was
down
like
like that.
good for me, but my lower parts was like, eh.
Nah.
Could you
And that's
imagine?
what I'm saying. I was like, I guess she powered through it because it wasn't really her meat. So she was like,
Like, just imagine your girl working you and just a piece of skin just
no.
it get the wet part of your lip. Just
I go to bed. I become a monk after that. I'm like, I'm done.
like, I can't do this
Taking a
anymore.
vow of celibacy.
Bro, I'm moving to the mountains. Moving to the Tibet mountains. I never gonna see me again. Bye.
Right, I'm through.
What are you retired from? I'm retired from life. I'm good. I'm good, fam.
Like demons are real, dog. I'm up here. I'm just staying up here.
I'm away from. But look, go to Tibet, and this is the Lovecraft world. There's some demons up there. You ain't. It's not over. They follow you. Them two little clown girls climb the mountains. They were so freaky. They were so creepy.
All right, bro. That was some weird. I ain't gonna lie. That was some.
Oh shit!
They creep me out. They creep me out. Like in a good way. Like I was like, oh man, this is crazy. But it was like, ooh. And they just dance and follow you and smile like, we're gonna kill you. Like, ugh.
Yeah. How have y'all been trying to explain to other people trying to watch this? Like, what was y'all description on trying to explain this thing?
I don't try. I don't.
Yeah, I don't try it.
Are you
like-
ready for some dope ass that has no true running of a storyline until like 2 episodes after that first storyline?
But that's what I'm saying, because the story has no it's not based on something that's already written down. It's like, it's all original lore. You can't spoil it. You can't Game of Thrones is. It's all original. Like it's based on Lovecraft stuff, but it's like, nah, this is all original.
It's such a serious story. You can just pull from anything.
I would like to see though, because it is called Lovecraft Country. I would love to see some type of reference to Cthulhu at some point. That'd be kind of cool.
That's what I'm saying. They can go into a whole bunch of other mythical stuff, like maybe somebody getting a hold of like some other stuff like cults. They haven't touched that. Like I said, they haven't gotten to the other witches and stuff. I thought they were going to get into more Black Witch stuff like that. But if they went more Smouth and went like the New Orleans or something like that.
Oh, that'd be dope actually.
Yeah. But
I'm
like
actually
they got succubus. They got like she said trolls and other stuff. That I'm trying to think of all the stuff they had on the map. So I want to lead into werewolves and vampires and stuff like that.
Ooh, that's what I'm saying, bro. This show can go so many places, and I am looking forward to what could happen.
Because whatever those things were that they were birthing from cows, which was weird.
Yeah.
When it bit those cops, they turned into it too.
Yeah, like it was like like some werewolf stuff. Like ooh, yeah.
So I wonder.
So they're were somethings. So there were something.
I don't know. It's probably, I don't know. I will Google it. But all that stuff is dope. I was just wondering how much more detail it.
Like I said, because it's not based on anything that's like, let's say it has a hard lore to it, there's so much. When they introduced the Fox Spirit, I was already like, oh, yes, other mythologies. It's about to be cracking. Yup. It's gonna be hard. I just hope the right writers write on it. And you get like real science fiction, like real fantasy nerds writing on this show. There's a lot you can do with this. You don't have to limit yourself on a show like this. Hell, you could take a show like this and do all kind of spin-offs, prequels, whatever you want to do.
I want to know what was in that room too when the mom took D into.
Oh, which room?
Remember, she took it to the room when her arm was dead or whatever. She was like, "No, I can show you, so I can travel through time." And she took it to the room. And she was looking around. You heard all that.
I think her mom turned that into an interdimensional.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if she made a whole new thing.
Like, no, she made like a portal and was like, "Yo, this is my lab. We're gonna get you hooked up. Cut your arm off. Here you go."
Yeah, when she came out with the robot arm, I was like, "Eee!" I was like, "Yo."
That was kind of trash robot arm, but it is like the 50s. So I was like, oh, okay, this.
Yeah, 50s was big. 50s was big into I don't know if it's diesel. Was it diesel punk, steampunk? One of those styles of like alternate technology.
Right, steampunk.
I think it's
one of those.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize
it was dope. It was just that weird, the gear around. That was weird.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The 50s had a big thing where there was different kinds of punk. There was like steampunk, diesel punk.
But you think it's
cosmic punk?
Usually a futuristic type anime where it's like old but new type.
Yeah, but there's multiple kinds though. Like there's more than one kind. I didn't realize steampunk is just one of them. Then there's like more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to more from Lovecraft Country. I think it could be dope. I I want to say that because we all black here. I love the historical stuff, but I don't know if I consistently want to see black struggle too much. If that makes any sense, because sometimes it do hurt to look at sometimes.
Understandable. I think
Like
it's
not
perfectly with that time period and stuff in it. If that was more present day.
that's what you're saying. I do like I said, I just don't like I love the Emmett thing. I love the Tulsa thing. Not love it. I love
And
what they
I
showed.
think that helped the horror aspect because it's like if it was just like let's say just white people going through that, it's like, oh, we'll just travel down south. And then they just travel down south and find a fucking book and infiltrate.
Yeah, it adds
Yeah,
because it's real life scary.
yeah.
Yeah, with fantasy
If you're
scary.
black,
I
you
see what
already
you're saying.
stand out. It's like we got too dark. You're like, damn, you got other shit you got to worry about, and we got to deal with monsters on top. It's like, all right, let's deal with people.
Yeah, that sundown scene was like,
Yeah.
hope you make it in time. I was like, I'm over
He
here
was
really watching
positive
like,
the whole time.
fam, I'm watching like, please, please.
So that sundown reference, that's why I was like, I love the historical context in that. Like that sundown shit was a real thing. Like
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it,
that
yes,
shit.
it was.
Wow.
Yes, it was. Is
Like my heart was racing for him when that sun was rolling over them tree line. I was like, oh
Damn.
shit, they ain't gonna make it.
But no, when they got over the bridge and they were still over there waiting, I was like, Petty.
he could have just let him. He could have let, bruh. Like I said, it's crazy how it was.
He
Is
said, if you say you a smart ass nigger, I'll let you turn around this one time. I was like, oh,
Damn.
bro. Oh,
that boy? And you think to yourself, if you put pride first, they gonna kill me and them. So then you have a choice to make.
like
Oh,
they
God.
had a choice to make because Letty was trying to do the opposite. Letty was trying to do the opposite, and Tick was like, nah, we gonna get.
We won't get home. I know we won't get home. We won't solve this issue. Oh my God. Like I said, I loved what I saw in the sense of that reality. But like I said, sometimes I'll be like, damn, bro, I don't want to see us hurt more. Sometimes I don't want to see it anymore. If that makes any sense. Like it's like the storytelling is amazing, but sometimes I feel like I've seen enough
I was
of this being harmed.
because
So I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep watching that.
It's definitely
But
not
not
something you
all the
want to
time.
binge. You don't want to watch the
For
whole
me, it
season.
gets a little painful.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just
I
gonna say,
studied, like, I chose to study a lot of this in school, and it was like, it's
they
worse
could have
than
just
that.
killed the cop because they had the gun.
well, you can't just
Nah.
Nah, no,
Nah.
bro.
What are you talking about?
Hey, if you
That
remember,
was
Letty
gonna
picked
go
that
down.
pistol up. Letty picked the pistol up. She was about to drop that body.
When they found that comic book written by that girl across the country, they was like, this was you, right? They was like, this was you, right? You drew this, right? They didn't find the film. They found her. And I was like, nah, you might not want
I
to.
don't think the machine was across the country. I think they had to go and get that key.
Where was the observatory? Where was it? It wasn't in Chicago, right?
It
Where was
wasn't
it
in
at?
Chicago.
Where was it at?
It was in like the state or something, right?
No, I think it was a little
The
bit away.
observatory was in Kentucky.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's
It
why
was a
they
little bit
dropped
away.
Kentucky twice. The
was a little
first
bit away,
time
yeah.
was the portal where Hippolyta became and chose her name. The second time when Hippolyta said, I can fix the time portal and get everything back to get us there in Tulsa.
When she came back smarter, it was kind of like talking about I can do this, I can do that. I was like, ooh, I like this
Yeah,
lighter.
but she was also pushing past her physical, fleshly capabilities too. She had the upgrades, physical upgrades, whereas her daughter now has that physical upgrade.
The arm, yeah.
Bruh, that arm's not ran by magic. That arm's ran by quantum processing power. Like, she is now the height of technology in the entire universe right now.
In her universe, yes.
Yeah, you don't know. You tired. Shut up.
But in 1950, 60 question mark, how they going to keep that to where she don't get, hey, what's that on your arm? Hey, we need to study this. Like, come here. Like, how they going to keep that
Easy,
under wraps?
magic,
I'm kind of curious about that.
magic, cloaking.
You know what?
I don't.
Magic.
Bruh.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Black woman, a big, hefty, delicious, voluptuous black woman became a skinny ass white woman named Helen, I think.
It's because
But nobody saw it.
Like I said, they ain't got the magic.
She gonna be in school talking about like.
All right, we got a minute.
I mean, I think we've summarized a lot. I mean, it's a great show. God bless.
So yeah, dope. Hope there's a season 2.
Anything else? Can't wait. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Need it in my
Like a year,
life.
at least, though.
Need that shit to drop in spring.
It's gonna be like a year probably.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a minute.
The spring.
HBO don't do that yearly.
Hey, don't forget, we do also have Mandalorian season coming out at the end of October.
Oh, that's right, Mandalorian. Can't wait.
Wow, black people just can't have this whole pod. We gotta bring up Mandalorian. Why?
Oh,
Hey, you can cut this.